Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Around the Town with Chuck. This is Chuck Guglielmo. And Cindy, this is 6 months from today we started this program. How about that?
Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Today, I don't know if you're having fun, but I'm having fun. Today we have Joan Wolfe with us. Welcome to the show, Joan.
Thank you, Chuck.
Joan is a bodybuilder, and we're going to talk a lot about that, and diet and fitness. I guess that all goes hand in hand with that. Joan, when did you get started in bodybuilding? What made you want to do that?
22 years ago, I had my daughter, and I wanted to get back in shape after having a child. She's my second child. So, I wanted to get in shape, so I started, the usual, cutting back on eating, and but I also wanted to do some sort of weight training. So when I picked up a set of dumbbells and I started noticing, the results I was getting, I knew I wanted to go further, see how far I can go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
That's
done
when
well.
it all started, 22
Yeah.
years ago, and
22
still going
years.
strong.
Yes.
That's amazing. And diet is, of course, a big part of it. Normally, people, when they say diet, most people will tell you it's not what you eat, it's how much you eat. But in your case, it is what you eat, where you can eat a lot of other stuff. Why don't you describe a little bit what the diet's like for a bodybuilder?
Mm-hmm. Yes. First of all, a diet, a lot of people think restriction, but a diet is actually how and what you eat. Like someone can be on a fish diet, but for me, for a bodybuilder, I have to have higher protein, because when you're doing strenuous workouts and building a muscle, it wants to feed more for the protein. But then you also need healthy fats and carbohydrates. And for myself, my lifestyle of eating, I call it lifestyle because I don't just eat to a certain point and then I'm finished. That would be a diet. Mine's a lifestyle because I eat and I'm not hungry. A lot of people are hungry when they go on a diet. And the way I do that is I eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat too much like rice or pasta or potatoes. My carbohydrates all come from vegetables because I can eat more of it and get the same effect.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned healthy fats. What are some foods that are considered healthy fats that you can eat?
Almonds, avocados, we can have olive oil. You can supplement with fish oil as well.
Mm-hmm. Take me through your day. Now, like, what will you have for breakfast? And is it the same thing every day for breakfast, or do you change off? Tell us about breakfast, lunch, dinner, that kind of stuff.
Okay, for me it's a little different because that's when I weight train in the morning, before breakfast. So what I have is a meal before I start weight training, and it's always whey protein. I have the amount of protein I need to help fuel my workouts. And it has amino acids in it, which also helps build muscle, and it's good on the for your body. So I have that, and then I have 5 cats and a dog, so then I take care of them before I start my workout. So then I do my weight training and my cardio, and then I'll have my breakfast. And it consists of vegetables, and my protein I choose is eggs.
Any style?
It's scrambled eggs, and once in a while I'll add a whole egg. I usually eat egg whites. Then comes, I call meal number 2, and that's usually when I'm at work on my break, and it's egg whites again, vegetables, and for lunch, usually it's tuna fish, and then again vegetables, then it's dinner time, and that's when I eat my most abundance of the vegetables. And it's usually either chicken, fish,
turkey, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll lean protein.
Now, this lady here has a lot of willpower because I know, Joan, that you cook meals for your family members. And how do you stay away from even a tasting of it? That's willpower to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to do. If I every little taste, it adds up, and I wanna stick to what my goals are, and I eat for my goals. So I don't miss it. I know it's just taste. I eat for fuel, to fuel my workouts.
Now, I know you start your day, a work day, maybe the weekends too, very early, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Is that part of the bodybuilding that you have to start, or is that some time that you chose to?
That's the time I chose. I get up, I motivate myself, and I do it in the morning. Everyone else is asleep, or Randy's at work, and so it's my time alone. I work out, and then it's done, and then I have the evening with my family. But any time of day, I mean, as long as you exercise, weight train, any time of day is.
We're going to get into that too, because I know you have an exercise room in your house with all kinds of exercises. So 22 years ago you started this, and was there ever a time that you thought, I just can't do this, especially in its infancy stages when you first started?
No.
Wow,
No,
that
not
is
once.
something.
I like I said, I love the results. You know, you build lean muscle, and a lot of, well, especially women think lifting weights and you become this big Hulk-looking man, but it's not. You know, like I said, I've been doing this for 22 years, and actually it makes you leaner with the strength of muscle, and makes you shapely.
And you get great family support from your husband and your 2 children, don't you?
I do.
They support you fully. Could you go on competitions? And describe for us how you prepare for a competition and what a competition is, for those that may not know.
The bodybuilding competition, actually now it's women's physique is the division that I enter, and to get prepared for it, first I pick the show that I want to do, and then I calculate what it would take to diet down, how many weeks out, and that would, depending on any fat loss that I need to be ready for the show, it depends on how many weeks. Like then I would like either decrease what I consume, change what I eat, and increase the cardiovascular part of my workouts.
Are the competitions stressful at all? Do you
Yeah.
get stressed out before they
Yeah.
come upon you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it's important to me and everyone else in the competition. You always want to be your best and look your best, and you want to create a nice sculpted body.
Have all your competitions been in Ohio?
I've been in Pennsylvania. That's about it, but a lot in Ohio.
Are Pennsylvania and Ohio pretty similar with their competitions?
Yes.
Same rules, same guidelines? And that's usually on a weekend. Is it like a 2-day thing?
Yes.
Very interesting. So let's get into some of the other stuff now. So what home exercise equipment would you say you have? And then what home equipment exercise would you suggest for someone who wants to become a bodybuilder? To start off with, at least.
Okay. My home gym, it consists of a pull-up station, Smith bar, free weights, dumbbells, cables, the bench that climbs and declines, and basically for anyone who starting out, a set of dumbbells even to begin with. You can do many exercises with just dumbbells. I would suggest the same.
Is there an age limit as to when you can start doing this? I mean, can a teenager start if they wanted to?
Yeah, a teenager can start. I would suggest maybe in their later teens. Only because your body's changing. It changes real quick right then. But yeah. A teenager.
So you use this exercise equipment, like you said, early in the morning, and then do you use it at all the rest of the day?
And I'm usually at work, and I usually make up a routine where I hit it hard and once is good enough for the day.
Now, what do you do when you go on a vacation? You're away from home for a while and you don't have that exercise equipment.
Usually we pick a hotel that has a gym.
Smart thinking.
Yeah.
You check out that hotel
Yeah.
before you go.
And yes, I do. And if
Yeah.
not, then, I do have rest days, because, your body at rest, it grows.
How about swimming? Is that good for bodybuilders?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, the cardiovascular, yeah.
When should you stretch?
Definitely before and after. You have to warm up the muscle, and then after the workout, after you have it, you broke down the muscle, it's good to stretch afterwards as well.
How long would you say you warm up for stretching?
I probably do about 5 to 10 minutes. It's, just real quick and easy, just to warm up.
Talking with Joan Wolfe, who's a bodybuilder here in the Conneaut area. What exercises can you do for your buttocks?
Squats, number one. Squats gets your whole lower body and even your core, But yes, squats definitely is number one to build up your glutes. There's also lunges. You can do step ups, like if you have like one of those platform things, you do step up, holding dumbbells. But definitely squats. Squats are the best.
And that's for even beginners
Definitely.
as well.
Yes.
Do you walk, jog? Is that part of your routine too, or no? Treadmill or anything like that?
I do. Yeah, I have a treadmill, I have an elliptical, and a recumbent bicycle, and I use them all. So maybe I may use one the whole time I do my cardio workout, or I switch it up between the three just to get good variety.
How long do you exercise in the morning?
It averages out about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Wow. And then you feel strong when it's time to go to work?
Yeah,
And
I
put
feel
in your
good.
8-9 hours there?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing
Yeah.
to
Well,
me. It really is.
Also mental too. You have to have that mental.
Yeah, and you have it, and you deserve a lot of credit for it as well. How do you tighten and tone without bulking up?
Bulking up, that's a difficult thing to say because you're building muscle and it's hard to bulk. I mean, if you're speaking like Olympia type, then that would be hard to achieve.
Difficult.
Yes. So you're building muscle, and that changes the look of your whole physique.
What are the benefits of changing up your exercise routine? I think you said you kind of do the same thing every morning. Would there be any benefits of changing it up?
Oh yeah, definitely. Your body can hit a plateau, and that's when you can change it up. Like, for example, I do, say, barbell press. I'll do like 8 to 10 reps, and that would be to failure. So I pick a weight that I do 8 to 10 reps.
Now, what do you mean to failure? I don't know what
Till
that means.
you can't, your body can't push anymore.
Oh, okay, all right.
You fail, because you want to tax your muscles. That's how they grow. And so say I do that for, say, 3 weeks, and then I'll switch it up and I'll do like superset. And supersetting is I would do the barbell press for like 8 reps, and then I would switch and I'll go to flies right afterwards. So if you go like 4 weeks, doing the same sets and repetitions, then you can switch it up. Or can even do different orders. Like if I was doing dumbbell presses and then I go right into dumbbell flies, I could switch it up and just do dumbbell flies and then bench press. So anything that variations.
Speaking of in order, like when you start your exercise in the morning, is it every morning you would do this one first, this one second, this one third? Or do you kind of do whatever you want to do first? Or is it the same thing you're going to do first every morning?
No, it varies. I switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, different every time.
Do you ever get bored doing it?
No.
Do you listen to music or watch television while you're doing it?
I listen to music. I listen to it on my iPhone. Then while I'm doing my cardio, I listen to. There's a supplement. I don't know what you call him. His name is PJ Braun, and he does question and answer cardio session. So when he's doing his cardio session, answering questions from people, I'm doing my cardio and I'm listening to him and the questions, and so.
What do you do if you're not feeling well? Do you ever skip a day?
Oh, yes.
Because you do skip a day, okay?
Yeah,
And that would be,
yeah. You don't always feel 100%. I don't always feel 100%. That would be great, you know.
Mhm.
You know, there's times you don't feel like it, and you listen to your body.
Mhm.
You know, you listen to your body. What it
So the
tells
body
you.
talks to you.
Definitely does. Yes.
Mhm.
Very important to listen.
How do you feel after you didn't do exercise? If you missed a day, do you feel, well, I bet I could have done this? Do you feel that?
Yeah,
Do you
I
feel
do.
that
Lots
way?
of times. Yeah, many
Feel a little
times.
guilty?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though you probably had good reasons to not want to do it.
Correct. Right. Yeah, I feel guilty, you know, but then I think, well, it's for the best because you don't want to you don't want to go overboard.
Sure. I guess you kind of answered this, but how often should you exercise? Let's talk about a beginner just starting off. How often would you suggest for them to exercise? 7 days a week? 5 days a week?
If they feel like it, yes. But I would say the minimum someone can do is 3 days a week. Like, and if you're talking weight training, like you can do upper body one day and lower body the next day, and maybe cardio the next day.
Mhm.
And like throughout the week. So I would say at minimum three times a week, up to 7.
You do an hour and a half a day on average. What about a beginner? What would you say they should start out with? An hour and a half as well, or less?
Oh, and it depends, however they feel. It really isn't a time limit thing. It's what you're doing,
Mhm.
I mean, because someone could do 2 body parts and that may take longer, or they might just do 1. So any form is great. Any form of exercise, and especially weight training.
How should you exercise your core muscles?
Well,
What would the core muscles be for a bodybuilder?
core muscle would be your back and your abs, and that gets worked. Like I said, squats. Like I said earlier, deadlifts. That's when you have the barbell on the floor and you're bent over and you stand up straight. That gets all your core. Even standing dumbbell presses. You have to keep your abs nice and tight, your back straight.
When you first started out, did you do all these exercises, or have you added some as you've gone along?
No, yeah, I've done them all.
From day one, you did all these exercises.
Correct.
Were any of them, when you first started, difficult to do?
Yes, like I couldn't do pull-ups without assistance, and that would be like on a bench, or but now I can do weight pull-ups. I can have a little weight on me and I can do pull-ups. So yeah, it's like you start off difficult and you work your way up.
Talked about your abs. What are some of those exercises you can do for your abs? Is there anything else that you didn't mention that you can do for that?
Well, you can target them directly by doing, the sit-ups, crunches, hanging leg raises. Planks are good. Planks with a twist, those are really good. And then incline crunches.
Now, what's that?
When you're on the bench, the weight bench, and you can lower the bench all the way down, and you can do, you're like laying all the way back, and you can do your crunches. So that would be decline. And then incline, you could probably do like you're sitting on the edge of the bench, and you bring your legs out and in, and that'll tighten your abs as well.
What exercise can you do to strengthen your lower body?
Squats. Squats are number one. So yeah, definitely squats, lunges, deadlifts, leg presses if you have a leg press machine.
How about bicycling? Do you do that?
I do. I bought a bike 2 years ago. Yeah, I love bicycling, yes.
How can you be more active at work? How does this affect your work day after you've exercised all day? How do you stay active at work?
Motivation. Motivation and
This
just,
girl has motivation, this girl has willpower, this girl has talent. How do you get that motivation? You have to motivate yourself? Your family helps you motivate you too, I would think.
yeah, they do, but it's mainly, it comes from myself. You know, I know what I want to do, I know what I want done, and I take the steps in order to do it.
And you work a long day. You work, what, 8, 9 hours a day, right?
Yeah, it's 10.
10 hours.
Yes.
10 hours a day plus 2 hours exercising. There's 12 hours of your day right there. How much sleep do you get?
On average 5 hours. And
So you go to bed around 9?
yes, yeah. I should be getting more because sleep is very important for your body, and especially building muscle.
Do you struggle to sleep more? Is it a struggle to sleep more than 5 hours for you?
No.
You just
Yeah.
wake up
I do.
at 1 o'clock in the morning. What are the benefits of fitness trackers? I guess they're talking about, what do you call those
Oh,
things?
yeah.
Fitbits.
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits of fitness trackers?
Well, you keep track of your goal. Actually, you know, if you have a set heart rate you want to get to in order to burn more fat, that would be,
But you don't keep track of your steps during the day, or do you?
I don't.
You don't. Bodybuilders don't need to be concerned about how many steps they take. Just getting their muscles going. Why is it hard to stick to a diet and exercise program for so many people? So talk to me about it.
Yeah, it's hard mentally because food tastes good, and you can go overboard. And a lot of people, most people want a quick result, and it does take time. It's not a fast result. It's a daily goal, in order to get to the big goal. And it's hard for people to stick to it because willpower, I guess, they like for me, I know I eat for my goal, and I know if I eat this and that, I will achieve what I want. And a lot of people, they start a diet and they don't realize, if they pick here or add a little bit there, it does add up, and that could sabotage your diet.
Sure.
And food is usually like celebration. People say, "Oh, you can have a little bit." Well, yeah, I could, but that's not what I want. That's not what my body wants.
How do you handle family celebratory events like holidays or birthday parties, anniversary parties, when there's meals out there? How do you control yourself at those events?
Just as I would at home, They usually, like in an event, they usually have vegetables there. If they have chicken, I find out beforehand, what they're having. And usually, yeah, there's vegetables, salad, and if not, then I bring my own food. I do that a lot. I'll bring my own food. I'll add more veggies from wherever the party's at, and just eat along with everyone else.
I have to ask this, Joan. When's the last time you had a piece of cake? Or anything sweet?
I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me. I
it's-
knew you were
it's
going to
been
give me that
long.
answer.
Yeah, I
That
just,
is amazing.
yeah, I just don't.
Especially today. I think that is so amazing. You deserve so much credit for that. What are some pre and post workout tips that you have for somebody that's interested in this? What are some tips you have for them? before they start their exercise program. Any tips?
Well, get mentally ready, know what you have, plan out your workout, plan what you want to do. And of course, as we mentioned before, stretch, get motivated with music, or maybe you have a favorite, athlete that you like, or just mentally motivated, have a set plan, what you want to do, and then you do your workout, and then afterwards, you stretch and you feel good.
Do you ever find yourself hungry during the day? I mean,
yeah, and
real hungry where you want to eat regular food, let's put it that way.
I'm hungry right now.
So you're about ready to go home and have your green beans, right?
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of green
big bowl of
beans.
veggies, and I think I'll have chicken tonight. And I do get hungry, and drink water.
Do you bake your chicken?
Yeah, bake, grill.
Baked and grilled, you can have it both ways, just not fried, obviously.
Yeah, not fried, no sauces. I do like mustard.
Mustard. Now, what about condiments on your food? Are you allowed condiments?
I don't eat any like mayo or cream sauces or gravies. I really watch the labels, and if the less the ingredients that's stated, the better. All natural, whole foods, and like for condiment, I use mustard because there's no fat, no carbs, no sugar.
Well, we have to congratulate you, Joan, because you do a great job at what you do, and like I say, it takes a lot of willpower, a lot of talent, and I think one of the other biggest things you have going for you is you get a lot of family support from
Yes,
Randy, Evan, and Emily.
I do.
And they go to all your competitions, or at least some of them go, right?
Correct. Right. Yes, they do.
Yes. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank
Keep
you,
up the
Chuck.
good work. I know you will for another
Oh,
40,
I
50
will.
years.
Till the end.
Yeah. That was Joan Wolfe, a bodybuilder here in the area. And thanks for watching Around the Town with Chuck. We'll see you next week.